families, and friends, and welcome to our very first KSB Reading Pawprints. This video series will present new books to students so that they can listen to them being read by a human reader, that's me, Miss Price, and so that they can download them and listen to them on their personal devices whenever they feel like it. We will have this series for elementary students, middle school students, and high school students. Today's first video is dedicated to elementary students. We're going to read a book together called I Know the River Loves Me, Yo Sé que el Río Me Ama, by Maya Christina Gonzalez. And we're going to read this book together in just a few moments. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about this kind of book. This book is what we like to call a dual language or bilingual book. For those of us who think about the parts of words when we're trying to understand what they mean, we might think about the words dual and the word part, by, and try to determine what we know about those particular word or word parts. And for me, I know that by means two, and that dual means more than one of something, usually two. So, if I'm thinking about those two words meaning two of something, and I add it with language, that means this book is going to have something to do with two languages. And I know by opening it up and exploring it more that this book is written in both English and Spanish. So, people who are Spanish speakers and people who are English speakers can both read this book and enjoy it. Students, or anyone really, who speaks English would be familiar with the sentence and the words in the sentence that says, I know the river loves me. Students, or whomever else wants to read this who speak Spanish, would be familiar with the sentence, Yo sé que el río me ama. So, this book reminds me of, for those of us who are Braille readers, our twin vision books. Now, we know that twin is also a word that means two of something, because if you have a twin, you have a second sibling who was born at the same time as you. So, twin vision means two visions. And in our twin vision books, we have Braille printed alongside of print so that both print and Braille readers can read those books. So, I think this is a pretty cool way to write a book, and I think that some of us are going to be really fascinated by all the cool things we can learn about a different language by reading this book. So, we're going to read this together. I'm going to read it aloud to you, and I will provide some picture description for those of you who need a little bit more help knowing what the pictures are, even though I'm going to hold them up. So, this book is titled, I Know the River Loves Me, Yo Sé que el Río Me Ama. I am here to visit one of my best friends in the world, the river. She loves me. Estoy aquí para visitar a una de mis mejores amigos en el mundo, el río. El río me ama. And in this picture, there's a shadow of a girl, and she has her hair in little buns on the top of her head, and she's walking down a path through a forest, and she is walking near the river. I know the river loves me because I can hear her calling me as soon as I am close. Yo sé que el río me ama porque tan pronto como me acerco, oigo que me llama. And in this picture, the girl is holding her hand up to her ear, like she's trying to hear something. And there are birds in the sky and clouds. So she's getting close. She jumps and sings when she sees me. Cuando me ve, salta y canta. The girl is jumping up in the air. She's wearing a dress and flip-flops with a backpack, and her hands are up in the air. And she sees the river, and the river has fish and waves. I run to her side, and she cools me down. Corro a su lado y me refresca. So here she's standing in the river, and she has her eyes closed and her palms facing out, and there are some fish swimming near her. I know the river loves me because when I look into her face, she's happy to see me. Yo sé que el río me ama porque cuando lo miro a la cara está contento de verme. So in this picture, the girl has water up to her, close to her neck, and her hair is down, and she's looking down into the water, and she can see her reflection. When I jump on her back, she holds me up. When I leap into her arms, she takes me in. Cuando brinco sobre su espalda, me sostiene. Cuando salto a sus brazos, me acoge. So in this picture, the girl is swimming all around the river, and there are frogs, many, many frogs around her. She tugs on my hair and my arms, and we flow together. Me acaricia el pelo y los brazos y fluimos juntos. In this picture, she's floating on her back with her legs crossed and her arms out to the side, and her eyes are closed. Her hair is flowing in the water, and there are some fish swimming near her as well. I watch her change like me. In the winter, she is low and quiet. In the summer, she is full and loud. Veo que el río cambió como cambio yo. En el invierno está bajo y tranquilo. En el verano está lleno y ruidoso. So in this picture, on the left page, there's a picture of the girl, and she is sitting on some rocks, some big rocks, and she's looking out towards the river. Her eyes are kind of squinted, and on her lap near her there are some flowers. And on the right page, there's a picture of the same girl, and she's sitting on a rock, but she's wearing a much different outfit. In the first picture, she's wearing a tank top and shorts, and she has no shoes on. And in the second picture, she has a toboggan cap and a scarf and a coat with fur and pants and boots. And her arms are crossed in front of her body, and she's looking down at the water, and she looks a little bit maybe calm or sad. The river takes care of me, and I take care of the river. I only leave behind what already belongs to her. El río me cuida y yo cuido al río. Solo dejo atrás lo que ya a él le pertenece. So in this picture, she has her feet in the water, and she's putting some flowers and on some leaves into the river. But beside her, she has some bottles and some plastic and her bag that has her map in it. So it looks like she's planning on taking all of her trash with her so she doesn't litter. I know the river loves me. The next time I come, she will be here waiting for me, singing my name. Yo sé que el río me ama porque cuando yo regrese a visitarlo, él me estará esperando, cantando mi nombre. So she's standing in a field of flowers, and the river is just beyond the field. There are birds flying above the river, and she's waving goodbye. Her back is facing us, so she's waving goodbye to the river with her backpack on her back. I know the river loves me, and I love the river. Yo sé que el río me ama, y yo amo al río. And in this picture, she is standing on a bridge, and her dress is blue, and it looks like that the water is coming out of her chest and pouring into the river, which is below the bridge she's standing on. And on the sides there are trees and a hill and birds. The end. El fin. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope that you come back and join us for our next KSB Reading Pawprints episode. The next episode that we are going to do will be the middle school episode, and then we'll do a high school episode, and then we'll start all over again with another elementary episode. This book, again, is titled I Know the River Loves Me, Yo sé que el río me amo, and it is available from the Louisville Free Public Library in print. It's available from Learning Ally and Bookshare.
Thanks for watching. This video features the song Bubblegum Ballgame by J.R. Tundra, available under a Creative Commons license. This video was created by KSB Short Course Program, Kirsten Price, protected under a Creative Commons license.